Okay, people, let's be for real. Let's take off the political hats. Let's stop being proper. Everyone has a favorite child, okay? Everyone has a favorite child.
I know
at particular moments, you like, ooh, I just want to put you in a corner and leave you there and not come back.
Hey, I got to watch one of the kids. You got to watch the other real quick. I'll be right back. Which kid? Which kid is going to be the question? Guys, welcome to the LNL podcast, where we take some dope individuals and get a dope lecture from them, and then we get into the studio and get a lab. I got my co-host Sheila with me yet again. Yup, my girl. Today's guest, we have a special couple who's been together since before my parents. Phil and Ashley Wright. I appreciate y'all coming on the show today. Before we get the episode started, I actually want to ask a very important question I think we all want to know. Which kid's your favorite?
I don't have one. He does.
I definitely have one.
You have to have a favorite.
It depends on the month.
He's not supposed
On the month?
It depends on the month. From month to month, I try them out. They try out.
They try out.
Is there a criteria?
Yeah.
What do they go through?
The way they wake up in the morning, and when I feed them breakfast, whoever eats all of their breakfast, that's the favorite kid for the month.
Journey.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, Journey.
Let's not get it twisted.
No. Let's not get it twisted. Everybody has a favorite
Everyone
child.
And the question isn't,
Everyone
you
just
can
wanna
love them equally and still have a favorite.
People, no. Let's clear the air. Okay, no.
Here we go.
Let's be real.
People came for him.
No. Let's be for real. Let's be for real.
Yeah, I don't
okay, people. Let's be for real. Let's take off the political hats. Let's stop being proper. Everyone has a favorite child. Okay. Everyone has a favorite child.
I know
at particular moments, you like, ooh, I just want to put you in a corner and leave you there and not come back.
Hey, I got to watch one of the kids. You got to watch the other real quick. I'll be right back. Which kid? Which kid is going to be the question?
He's taking Haven because Journey will take you on a journey.
Now, you know what's crazy?
She's
You
a
named
lot.
her.
She's a wild card.
Journey is a lot, but she's more attached to me.
She is.
Okay.
Haven's the older one.
She is.
Haven.
Right? Okay.
I'm sorry, we got two daughters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Haven is the one that's turning 4.
Yep.
And
Journey is.
what?
Journey is two.
And
Yeah.
Journey is
She'll
2.
be 3 in November.
So they look the same.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Nah, really.
Hey.
Thank you very
When
much.
they smile,
No.
I
don't
mean,
think so?
Really?
I didn't see Journey smile much at Universal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
she
true.
was
That's
cranky.
kind of.
I personally don't have children, so I'm always very curious because if it's in my journey, and I do have children, I wonder, but I'm like, ching. I'm just like, will I love one more than the other,
Yeah.
or will I? I don't
When
know.
I had Haven, it was like, oh my gosh, your firstborn,
firstborn.
great. But then when you find out that you're pregnant with the second one, you're like, oh my God, how am I going to split my love? And then that second one you're holding and you're like, I love
Do you have
so much.
siblings?
I do, but they're younger. They're much younger.
You love them both equally.
Yeah.
But
Impossible.
But if you guys went on vacation and they said you have to room with one of your siblings, you have a preference.
Yeah, sure do.
Well, yeah, but my brother's younger, and me and my sister are probably going to bunk together.
Okay.
But you do have a preference.
There's a preference, not favorite.
Oh my God!
It's not the same.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, usually we when we have time to do a little game, we do it at the end of the show. But
Crack it
watching you
up.
guys on social media, I know you guys like to do these fun little games. And this is that game where I'm gonna put the box out and there's gonna be 5 different bottles and they all have a pair. And I'm gonna order the bottom 5.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And then you have to figure
we
out.
can't see it.
You can't see
That's
it,
right.
and then you got to
Okay.
keep switching the bottle order until they all
Yes.
match up. Now, every time you move, I will tell you how many are right, but I won't tell you which ones are right.
Okay.
But okay, cool. Run it. All right.
Okay,
here we
sure.
go.
Do you want to
Here we go.
scissor it?
I feel like they're already in the spots where they need to be.
Well, that would-
What if I omit?
And you lose.
That would defeat the purpose.
Let's see.
2 are right.
2 are right.
Damn.
Gang. All right. So do I keep on? Do I keep going or?
It's my turn.
Oh. 2 are right. Wait. 2 are right because I moved them, or 2 are right before?
They're right here in this moment. There are 2 correct.
2 correct because I moved that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There was 0 correct at first.
Really?
Yes.
You ain't lying.
I ain't lying.
Okay, go.
I'll never lie to you. Okay, for those of you listening on Apple Podcasts, Ashley is deciding which one she wants to move. She hasn't decided which. She can't make up her mind. Phil's also in the way. She reaches for the middle and the right, switches those, and that brings us where?
3 are correct.
3 are correct.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then we are going to do.
Phil is moving in. He's gonna grab some bottles. He already moved. Oh, he's switching 2, and that leaves us.
2.
Damn.
Right.
I messed
You're going
up.
backwards, Philip.
Damn. Come on.
Phil's getting impatient.
No, sorry.
No.
You only got 1 move.
No, sorry.
No, it's okay. Just That's the one. That's the one. What do we got?
Okay, we got 3
Oh,
correct.
3 correct. You
Yo.
could win it all right now, Phil. If you
Yeah.
move the right 2, you could win it all.
Dang.
Yeah, I was talking all that crazy mess a second
Dang.
ago.
2 are correct.
This boy going
Dang.
backwards again.
If you lose track, it's over.
So
I think I'm
you
gonna
don't
keep
even
on
know.
messing
You don't
it
even
up.
know which ones you did were
I
right.
think,
Can I move 3 of
this
them?
is the right one.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so just switching those. Okay.
Oh no. This one's supposed to come here. I'm gonna try this. Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Final answer. Final answer.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You got 5.
Hey.
There's something about.
I thought
You have
we
to-
only moved.
Because when you did your first move, those 2 are correct.
Yeah.
So those always stay
And then you
there.
kept,
Right,
and,
no,
then,
I
and then
know.
you kept
Yes.
moving ones.
I
Okay.
know, but you got to keep track.
You
I
gotta
don't even
keep
know how to
track.
get home right now. I ain't got.
You-
I
you
always
gotta
use
keep-
Waze.
you
I
gotta
need
keep
GPS
track.
to get home.
And I knew, I was like, homeboy, the big boy is the one that's not going in the right order.
That's a cool game.
I love that. Yeah.
So let's go back. Let's go back. You
Yeah.
guys have been in a relationship since before my parents. And you met at what?
Dance
through
studio.
dance. Okay.
Yeah.
You just as dancers, or were you teaching yet, or?
Yeah, so just to give you like a little backstory. So I had been teaching in North Miami Beach for a while. She is going to Miami-Dade Broward.
No, Broward College.
Broward
well,
College.
at the time it was a community college. Now
Miami-Dade
it's
Broward.
now it's an
Miami-Dade
actual
Broward.
college.
Don't even
That's not
exist.
even
You were
real.
Miami-Dade.
That's
You
not
were
Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade. I was Broward College. Yeah.
Yeah, we met at a studio where I was teaching at. Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, and she started taking classes there. We started dancing together, and everything was great.
And then she asked you out.
I did. I
You
messaged
She
did?
she did not.
I
Here we go.
messaged him through
Oh.
Facebook Messenger.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's Facebook Messenger in 09. That's like, it just came out.
And then
You were her first
then
message.
we started to hang out, and then he was like, okay, hey, where do you want to go? Do you want to go like for us to actually hang out? And he was like, we can go to a movie, we can go to a bar, or we can just chill at the studio. So I chose studio. So I brought snacks.
Why? That's
and
dumb.
Cheap date.
I brought
That's the worst
snacks.
of the options. That's, wow.
Well, movie, like, movie, it's like
can't really
loud. You can't really
talk,
talk. A bar,
Yeah.
it's just definitely not my crowd. And I was like, no, let's vibe. Let's, and so we got tipsy and we choreographed, and yeah.
Honestly, though, I have had a date like that. Where, like, it was like midnight. We had access to the studio, and this is the dumbest shit. We were in college, too, and we just go to the studio. We laid on our stomachs on the floor and colored.
Oh,
Oh, that's cute.
why didn't you ask
We
me
colored.
to color?
If you almost knocked off my arm. Damn, man.
I don't know how or why. I don't even know where these coloring books came from. But we're just
Really?
sitting there talking, getting to know each other, coloring I was like, we just.
Similar vibe.
Literally. He had access to the studio, yeah.
I take it back. The attitude I gave you when you said you chose the studio. I take it
Really?
back.
Judgy.
Yeah.
Right.
That would never, I don't think that would ever happen nowadays. People they're
Yes.
just like, want to go to Coachella? Like, no. Yeah, but
Yeah.
kids nowadays are only, well, no.
No,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
they OD, they extra.
just into
They
other
extra.
stuff.
Speaking of kids, you guys work a lot with kids, especially you. Is that something that you always kind of had like a niche for? Like,
You know, teaching kids saved my life from a big global standpoint, just like looking at it, you know, from a far perspective. Because definitely I am not the person who I was back in the day, you know, and you
were
know,
a
there was
thug.
I was not a thug.
you was out here in the streets
I was not.
slanging Pokemon
He was
cards.
not Pogs. Oh,
Marbles.
Yeah, marbles.
Yeah.
I miss Pogs.
But yeah, no, I actually was in college and I was serving tables at Applebee's. Don't trip.
Yo, I like
was at
Applebee's.
2 for 20.
Come
Two
on.
for 20. That's
Perfect,
what I was
yo.
slinging for real.
There's
2 for
barely
20.
any
20
out
deal.
here.
I was working at Applebee's, and then there was a studio, a dance studio, like down the street from Applebee's, and you know, I just was looking for some extra income.
Yeah.
And ended up teaching at that dance studio. I had been dancing at a local, dance group in Miami called Live in Color, who appeared on ABDC and all of that stuff. So
Right.
I had not started teaching until that moment, and I started teaching babies, you know, practically in a daycare. Babies running around, you know, the amount of patience that you have to have. you know.
90% of them in the corner doing handstands the whole class.
Oh, man, and telling you what to do.
Yeah, I can-
You know what I mean?
it takes a special breed to deal with these kids, man.
So started off that way, and that's how I kind of got into the realm of teaching. It was never like strategically planned on like, oh, well, I want to be the best teacher or I want to be this international teacher. It was never that. It was just really, finding my niche on, dancing. And I did eventually, enjoy teaching kids. So, I have people always come to me and was like, man, you're great with kids. And they always ask me like, what do you do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just, I'm me in the classroom.
It's an energy thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there is an aura and an energy that, like kids can really read you. You know, they really read the kind of energy that you give off before you even say a word. And I still remember the first class I ever saw from you. I think you taught right before me at Millennium one time, and you were going over. You were going over your time slot.
Like, I know. He runs on time.
He went a little over.
What? Someone was late?
Somebody was going into someone else's class time.
I was going over.
A little bit.
That's because I started late, though. Well,
Yes.
people don't understand.
Yeah.
It always
What
trickled
people-
down from
it
the 2
does.
o'clock
It
slot.
does.
Yes.
Okay,
It
let's get
does.
that right.
Yes.
Whoever
Right
is the
here, right
first
now.
class.
I say it every time because they try to come in afterwards like, yo, you got to end on time. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, I got
they
my
pay for an
extra
hour and a half
15.
class. They're getting an hour and a half. Like,
so I went over.
you went a little over. It wasn't a big deal. I just got there on time. And I was like, I want to like peek my head in and like see who's teaching because the class was packed out. Y'all were having a good time. So and I was like, oh, it's Phil. And like I already had met you, but I'd never seen your class before. So I pop in and you were yelling the entire time, not mad angry.
No.
Yeah.
But your volume is up there. You know what's going on, everybody? We gonna have to do it like this, okay? 5, 6. Okay, wait. You see that thing you did? Let me hear from you. Like, what's the lyric? Like you were just and like, but like it was all high
That was
energy
the
and good. But like,
That was the lyrics. I have to keep that. I have to keep that energy because they will run over you, bro.
Yeah.
Especially in a packed out class. There's no way that you can get in there and teach a calm class and feel like you about to teach something like Zen.
I learned that the hard way.
Not
for sure.
happening.
Yeah.
Not happening.
On convention, bro, like they put me in a junior room and these kids, I'm like, clap twice if you can hear me. Everybody just shut up.
I always keep the energy up to a certain level, and then after class, people don't realize that after class I go into my room or I go back home and I deflate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know,
they
usually
take a lot
it
out of you.
takes everything out of you. It takes everything out of you to keep that energy up. And, you know, the most rewarding part of it all is when you get the report card back from the parents and say, hey, man, we had the most amazing time. And it was only 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But we're so happy that we drove so long.
And they
just
keep
to be
coming
here.
back
and they
because
just,
of
you
it.
know,
Yeah.
and, you know, so that's the reward back, you know. So I do it every time, and it's been like that.
But what you said earlier, like, you know, it's dope that you said, like, you know, kids saved your life, because 99% of the time it's the other way around. It's these kids getting good mentors and good energy and good teachers in their life that changes their life and changes the way they move things. Or even for me, man, when I first started dance, my first dance teacher ever was a big influence to me. When I started doing choreography and actually learning from someone and not just like dancing in the streets and just doing dumb things and being very bad at foundation and just doing whatever.
Right.
When I actually started to get a teacher and taking actual choreography classes, I was like 14. This guy was like 27. He was 27 years old, had never, he doesn't drink, and he had never smoked anything in his life. And at that point, I mean, I'm in the hood, I'm around these places, like it's around me all the time, and I hadn't gotten to that point yet. And I'm like, well, he ain't never done this, so fuck, I know why I gotta do it.
Right.
And because of him, I didn't have my first drink of alcohol till 23.
Wow, bro.
He didn't even tell me not to do it. I just saw that he didn't do it. But my teacher was that much of an influence on me without even realizing that, like,
You
I
wanna
never
do what he
did the
did.
high school and college peer pressure thing.
Right, right.
It took June Kamado at the age of 23 to peer pressure me to drink alcohol for the first time. Thanks, June.
Of course, it's true.
I wanted to do it too, so I was asking June. He would only do it for June.
I didn't even want to do it. I didn't even want to do it for him, but he took me on my first travel dance job. I had never traveled for dance before or for a job before. Like, I've never had an opportunity to fly
Yeah, so
somewhere
that was
and
a check off the
perform or
list.
do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this world. And like, so he gave me that first opportunity. He's like, really, man? Like, we gonna have these memories and you're not even gonna share a drink with me? And I was like,
We can have memories without.
I was like, you suck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how that started. But like, and even to this day, I've never smoked anything, and I'm 33.
That's
so,
good, man. Congrats.
But my point is, my teacher, that was just the lifestyle he lived, and that's the influence that he gave me. He never told me, hey, don't smoke. I don't smoke. Don't drink. I don't drink. I just know he didn't do it.
Right.
So I felt like I could be that. I looked up to him. So I don't think you understand probably how many kids make daily choices outside of dance because of the influence that y'all put on them.
Wow. Thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, I think, and it's crazy is how it can work both ways, right? Like, and for me, in my instance, it was more so like, all right, well, you know, instead of walking around with my pants sagging, you know, close to my knees, or cursing every other sentence that I can, or, you know, just, you know, doing all of these, you know, kid not appropriate things, you know what I mean? You know, to know that I was teaching kids, I kind of reflected on like, wow, these kids are looking, you know, at me. You know, even when it wasn't like, oh my God, I feel right, you know, this and that, it was still like I walked into the room and I saw the, you know, the innocence on these kids' faces, to know that, oh wow, like, oh my God. And I think I heard like one of the little kids was just like, oh my God, I want to be Phil Wright when I grow up. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So to know that those are the mindsets that you get to hear, you know, it changes. It changed my whole entire trajectory. And, you know, I started caring about my image. I started caring about the way I spoke. I started caring about what I displayed and what I produced.
For sure.
And what I stood for.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was just like out here, you know, whatever. And then you got an 8-year-old that's saying, you know, looking up to you, and it's like, whoa, all right,
Yeah.
let me
For
put
sure.
my belt buckle on, and
Yeah.
let me zip it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's definitely changed me for the good, man, for sure.
No, yeah, for sure. And then so you put on that superhero cape when you go to all these classes and kick it with all these kids, and then you go home and deflate and curse your kids out.
That is exactly right.
They get the real Phil.
They get the real fit. No, I mean, it's different shades of it, yeah. You know what I mean? But I do get to go home and deflate, because she's seen me in my most genuine, organic, you know, space, and vice versa. I've seen her in her most genuine, organic space. And I think we all have somewhat of a not a mask, but sort of a switch. Like, all right, I'm going out. Time to look presentable. I got to put on my, my voice, and I always talk to her about her telephone voice. She picks up the phone. If the phone rang, I see her talk right now. Talk right now.
My phone voice?
No, your regular voice.
This is my regular voice. What's up?
And then, oh, babe, you got a phone call. Hold on.
Hello, how can I help you?
She's serious.
Bro, yeah, she's so
serious.
100% serious.
I can't be like, yo, what's up, girl?
Why not?
And I'm like, I'm looking
I
up to the
wouldn't talk like
side.
that
Like,
anyway.
who are
She's
you?
like,
There-
I
but
just
like,
don't do that.
I don't
Yeah.
just
There's the point being is that there's some type of adjustment that we all make as human
There's a
beings.
switch, yeah.
And it's not so much of a facade, but it's just like, all right, I got to put on, got to make sure I'm moving in the most accurate way.
I feel that stemming from what you guys got working on now, which is chicken nuggets.
Hey.
So this is but it's a blessing for these kids who get to watch you blow up from a distance and then get the opportunity to work with you without having to physically be in LA. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
That's, I think
It's really hard to do.
upsides, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, CNU, Chicken Nugget University is my online dance school.
Real quick, chicken nuggets, that's my Wi-Fi password at the house. In case you ever come over.
I love that.
Hard to
Do you
forget.
like chicken nuggets in general?
Zoe does, and Marianne made the.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
There you go.
Okay.
Everybody loves chicken nuggets. man.
Everybody loves chicken nuggets. Okay, CNU.
Yeah, so it's an online dance school that I started, and I was thinking about starting an online program a long time ago, but I wasn't quite ready yet. So I developed a team, and through week to week we cover different topics. And let's just say, for example, last month we covered branding. Okay, this month we're covering marketing. The next month we're covering mental health. The next month we're covering dancers' portfolio, and so on and so forth.
It's a
And
legit university.
yeah, for
So
sure.
it's not
And-
just dance.
no, yeah, and the special part about it is that I invite the parents in on the conversation as well. So
They need to learn a lot of this stuff too.
yeah, because
for sure.
I mean,
Absolutely, yeah.
more importantly, the kids can't do anything unless the parents know what they're doing, right?
Right.
So
they're gonna support them correctly. Then yeah, they
absolutely.
gotta
So
understand.
week
Yeah.
one, we have a lecture. I bring in people who I believe that are the best at that. So if I feel like Mikey is the dopest in illusions or whatever, and what we're talking about for that month.
He doesn't because he would have hit me up and he didn't.
Yeah, we haven't covered it yet. We haven't covered it yet. I saw the ghost in your eyes.
Say for instance, I like the way you dance. For instance.
I bring in those professionals and those experts to speak for week one. All right. And then week two, we dance. Week three, we dance. And then week four, we bring in an agency to speak to everyone. And I've partnered up with MSA, GTA, CTG, and Block.
ABDC.
And they're all a part of it, and they're our partners. And also just partnered up with Doctors for Dancers, and where we just actually confirmed someone to come in for mental health. So like a psychologist, a real legit psychologist to come and speak to the parents. So it's a legit month-to-month program, and the parents are required to sit in on week one and in week four. Week two and week three, the kids get to dance. Week one and week four, the parents got to sit down with their kids and listen, take notes, and all of that stuff. So, and then also they get a one-on-one consultation with me. It's a whole thing.
Man, I love that you hold these parents accountable. No disrespect to the parents, but when I'm growing up, when I'm seeing people, you drop your kid off, you leave,
Yeah.
you come pick them up
Literally.
when they're done.
Yeah.
How was dance? Fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
kind of like the extent of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the kids are like, I want to do this. And by the time these kids get to the age where they're like, I want to make a career out of this.
When they age out.
And they age
Yeah.
out and they're
Yeah.
ready to move forward away from like their local studio. Their parents don't know how to support that or help that because they don't understand it.
Yeah,
They just thought your little
absolutely.
dance thing was like just an after school special
Like a
that you
daycare.
did, like
Yeah.
a daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
You know what I
the
mean?
reason. That's the whole point of the program is, and I don't like to call it a mentorship program, just because I feel like it's more than that. It's just a legit school. You have to be committed. They have homework between week 2 and week 3. They're required to turn in their homework. They have a portal, all of this stuff. So it's a legit university.
Homework do you give them?
They have a digital piece of homework and a written homework assignment. So some weeks I'll have them, if it's a written homework assignment, they'll have research on Fatima Robinson or Richard Tone, and they'll tell
Knowing
me
their
5 facts
history.
about them. And if it's a digital piece of homework, let's just say I bring in MikeyDellaVella to teach class, then they'll take that routine, go on their own. You know how they post all the time on social media or whatnot. They send it onto the portal, and then after I view it, then I give them the yay or nay if they can post on social media. And then, this past week, we had auditions, and I chose 2 winners to be able to speak with an actual agency, so MSA. So 2 of the winners got.
So you're not just training these people; you're giving them real opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And also,
Man.
they had to wear like numbers, like you were in audition.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
He assigned all numbers.
That's good. When they get here, there
Yeah.
should be no surprises.
Yeah, no, not at all. And
Yeah.
then I mean, kids, we're all posting on social media and stuff like that. I want to give it a good reason why you're posting on social media now. So there should be a legit reason. And then I also talk to the parents about running the kids' social
the
media
pager.
and how it should be structured, how it should be laid out, what you should be putting in the bio, how many headshots are we taking?
Yeah.
Now it's not for leisure anymore.
It's crazy. Literally, there's auditions where it's like, okay, how many followers do you have?
Yeah.
What does your page look like?
Yeah.
Because they'll go on these kids' pages like, oh yeah,
That's
we
your
need
resume now.
We need a dancer for a Target ad.
Yeah,
And
that's your resume.
They'll go and like look at your
100%.
portfolio, but if you're just there with just regular stuff and
Yeah.
And I try not to focus on followers or
Yeah,
like
that shouldn't
attraction or
matter.
whatnot, but at least if a casting agency or a director was to look at their page, they can say, "Oh, this is a for real dancer. This
Yeah.
dancer is serious. Okay, let's get on the horn." Rather than going to their page and seeing them eating macaroni and cheese and like just
Picture of the sunset.
Yeah,
the-
picture. Is this for real or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I've had that issue recently. I was booking for something and I had to pull from a certain company. So they were like, here's our list of dancers from this company. You can choose whichever. Do your research. I went through all their Instagrams and at least half of them had like no dance videos.
Yeah.
someone could be totally talented
Yeah,
and
but you're-
everything,
but
and they
that's
just
big.
really don't
But I
care
can't,
about
but I
their
can't,
social
but,
media.
but I can't even see your talent. You know what I mean? Because not everything. We don't have time to like get
Yeah.
into a room with 500 people and host an audition.
the
No
day and
one's
age
having
now.
auditions like that anymore.
day and
And if
age
they
now.
are, they've already viewed them on social media already.
Yeah.
I will say this, and I'll say that, and I'll be quiet. I learned the most.
Okay.
I learned the most during
In
that
person.
era.
Yeah.
Yes,
In person.
absolutely.
In person,
You
you,
get-
got
you push
the
yourself more
feeling,
too.
Of course,
and you knew
Yeah. You got to
what
meet
you
your
had
friends
to
and
do
dance.
to like get to the next level, right? And there's no feeling, there's no feeling that can replace that
healthy
aura, that
competition
energy.
vibe, too.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that
competition.
too, it's like-
If I'm in the
competition.
corner and
You
I'm
got to
looking,
pull up.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing my boys
and I'm seeing like
going
group
crazy.
5 go. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Let me
it's time
get
to
these
go.
ones and twos.
Yeah.
Like,
And then you see
Yeah.
people getting cut, and you're like, number 6 and 42, you can
Yeah.
stay, and 42 is your homie. And you're like, let's go. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And you was his ride.
And you're like, yo, hey,
Let's keep it
can you
G.
find a ride? Like, look,
There you go.
I got cut already.
Nah,
Can
bro.
you get your way home?
Find your own ride home, dog.
Hey man, look. Text me when you're done if I
Tell
can come
your
back.
group to take you home, okay?
You just find a lime scooter, man. Find a lime scooter. You're gonna be all right.
yeah, and I feel like nowadays there's barely any dance auditions.
And there
Yeah.
are, but
In
I'm just
person,
saying.
but
they're all a
they've-
setup now.
They've been shaken.
Yeah,
they've been
they're all
shaken
like-
down.
A lot of them
Yeah.
are set up.
Down.
You know, there's 8 dancers going on tour. They host an audition. 7 of them are already booked.
Yeah.
And you just had 10,000 people in there for one person, and you kind of already knew who you wanted.
Why do you do that?
Yeah.
That's a waste of y'all time.
The
Like,
only
people,
time I've seen
like,
someone do that where it made sense and it was still messed up was Justin Bieber's.
That's what I heard. Yes. Yes.
They already had their dancers, but they used the footage from the audition for the documentary.
Wow.
We all signed NDAs and we all thought we had a
Oh my
chance.
God.
Not
But they had
happening.
already booked? Wow, that's crazy.
They got
messed up.
content
And I knew because we got there and all the dancers they booked knew the dance in the corner already, getting ready to assist. I'm like, why you need 8 assistants for a job that needs 8 dancers?
Didn't they do the same thing with Janet Jackson too?
Most likely. Although what I will say about Janet is when
Oh,
Janet
wait.
went on tour, she was pulling like they had mini auditions for each city for
Yes, yes,
kids,
yes, yeah.
and they brought the kids on to like dance
I see.
in each city, which I
Yeah.
thought was
I
pretty
didn't
cool.
attend any of those. any of
It was a
those.
while ago. It was a while ago. It was
The
like
Janet
4
Jackson,
tours ago.
yeah, that was like how long ago was that? The Janet
Janet's?
Jackson?
That
Janet's
was like
5.
2017.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
years.
like
Like
5. Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
driving to that audition and not even getting out my car. I drove straight
Yeah.
home.
Really?
Because you saw the line.
Because you saw-
The line.
Yeah.
No,
I drove
people
straight
flew
home.
in from different
Yeah.
countries
Yeah.
to
Yeah, to
audition.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Insane.
It's a lot, but I will say, during that time, I learned a lot. I
Yeah.
learned that you have to be quadruple special to book something magnificent in that magnitude, right? And we're all special to a certain standpoint, but man, if you didn't have that connection with the choreographer, or if you weren't
Or
doing
special
triple
skill
backflips
to flip.
or anything
Yeah.
like
Flip,
that,
B-boy.
you were being overseen because there was
Facts.
just so many people in the room.
Yeah.
You know, so I definitely learned a lot during that era.
Oh snap! Oh, yo, I didn't see you there. Hey, you know, while I got you here though, let's talk about a sponsor that literally made this show possible. Co-Create Studios is located in Van Nuys, California, and it's open 7 days a week. And they got a room completely dedicated to everything you're gonna need for your podcast or your web series. And they got cameras. They got mics. They got lights. And they got a live cut feature that's gonna knock down your post-production immensely. So, you looking for a creative space for your next project? Co-Create. Yeah? Check them out ASAP, get in that room, and I can't wait to see what you create at Co-Create.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, we got a couple minutes left. You guys got a heart out. So,
Yes.
real quick, before we let you go, we're gonna do a quick little rapid fire fan questions.
Okay.
3 random questions that she folded up all nice and cute.
I'm like, let me just listen to y'all's story and
I don't even
forget
like.
these questions.
I don't even know what they are, but Sheila, take it away.
All right, starting with the first one. What are you holding on to that's holding you back?
Ooh, that's deep.
That's not
That's
for me.
deep.
That's not for me. That's not for me.
Why are you just
That's not for
calling
me.
me out?
Cause y'all know me. I let it out. Okay. This is for this.
What's the
one
first
right
thing that came to
What
your
is
mind?
holding me back?
What are
Like,
you holding on to that
that's
is holding you back?
here?
Oh, just being my worst critic. Yeah.
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 There's
Just
positives and negatives to that.
Negative thoughts
Yeah.
that I just need to just be like, let it go.
But that's why you got a
Can't
partner
move
to
forward
gas
unless
you
you're
up.
positive,
But why
yeah.
are we holding on to these
Sir?
thoughts?
We're-
I'm
we
just.
don't know
I
all
just
day.
want to dive deeper.
We're
We
not-
want to get
this
deeper.
isn't Dr.
We want to
Phil.
go in.
It is Dr.
It
Phil.
is Dr. Phil. Welcome to Dr. Phil. Let's dive deeper. Let's
What
talk
do you
about
mean
it.
dive deeper?
Like,
It's just
what
like
are you
I said,
holding to actually?
pre-motherhood.
There we go.
I get that.
I'm holding on to pre-motherhood.
Every once in a while, I think back and I'm just like, remember those times?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not about like what I was doing pre-motherhood. It's more of how I looked. Just really want to go there.
No,
Body
no,
dysmorphia.
yeah, I feel that.
And for the record, I could tell her, oh, she's beautiful.
And which she
every
does,
5
but
minutes.
she does. But if I don't believe it, I can't move forward.
100%.
So, you know, like
I
a
get that.
million people can tell you every day.
For sure.
Right.
But unless you
Self-love
believe
is
that,
important.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's my journey this year is learning to love myself.
Let's find
again.
ways to make it happen.
Because you know, being a mother is literally the best thing on this planet.
100%. But it comes
it's
with
just,
the price.
Finding
sometimes, yeah.
myself again, and yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, with that said, like, you know, if there's anything that the people around you can do to help in that way, hit us up. If you're like, hey, I need to go to the gym, I don't want to go by myself. I got friends that want to go to the gym too. Hit me
Okay.
up.
Oh yeah,
this
no.
is another thing.
Okay, first of all, I totally have. I
This
have
is
a tribe.
another thing.
I have a tribe. I do, and I have a system.
Cool.
No, I do. You're
Okay,
supportive.
hey.
You're
That's just an
No,
example.
I'm there.
That was just an
No, but
example.
no,
I didn't
absolutely.
even mean that. I
All
just
my
meant
really
like,
good friends are very
Yeah.
active, and it's in scheduling. Going on hikes
Yeah.
is one of the things. Kayla hit me up, and so
I'll go with
like
you.
going on a hike.
Yeah,
and
I've been hitting Runyon a couple times this past couple months. I'll go with you.
You go to Runyon?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
It's hard. It's fun.
No, it's not hard. It's just
There's
it's
a hard
overpacked.
version.
I've done it.
No,
forever.
it hasn't been. It hasn't been.
Really?
Yeah, I used to go all the time back pre-COVID. It was
Yeah.
always packed.
Yeah.
Now there'd be like 12 people out there.
We literally have a trail in our backyard.
Oh, I do too. With downtown LA sewage system.
All right, y'all. That's enough for today.
Next question.
Shall we just hike in your backyard? All right, next question. All right, here we go. Outside of basic needs, what do you spend the most money on?
My babies.
They're not a basic need.
needs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
outside of
Oh.
like rent, gas, food.
Yeah.
Aside from like that stuff,
Yeah.
that's obvious.
It would be the home, babe.
I would say, yeah, home
Yeah.
decor.
Y'all got a lot of guests in your house?
Actually, I have a lot of family that comes.
No, but we do like to host a lot.
We do.
In
Yeah.
Vegas, I had a guest house for 2 years, and someone stayed in it twice.
Really?
I was like, waste of room.
Waste of.
Waste of room.
Yeah, no, we have earlier in the year, like February and March, we had a bunch of family and
Dope.
friends.
Home
yeah.
decor, yeah, support. What about you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I spend like clothes.
Yeah.
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 Clothes?
Clothes.
You a fashionista?
Really?
Like I just like thrifting, and I love
Okay.
flea
Okay.
markets. So,
So you don't
Nice.
spend that much. You're getting everything for $3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get a lot.
But I get a lot.
You get a lot.
And it
Yeah.
adds up because I'm at the flea market every weekend.
Yeah.
Do you replace things like when you bring in a batch
I'm
of
trying
shit?
to
Do
now.
you
See, I can't do that.
I'm trying to
Like,
now.
Marianne either,
Do
but
what?
it's like now her stuff is just folded in the
Replace-
corner of the room because there's no room
like
to put
if you-
anything else.
If you bought 5 shirts,
Yeah,
take 5
like
shirts
in-
out.
Yes,
like-
that's what I do.
In
Yeah.
with the new, out with the
That's what
old.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
I can't have 36 dressers.
I clean everything out.
Yeah, literally like the end of December before
Yeah.
the new year, he purges and just
Toss.
put stuffs in bags, and I'm like,
Yeah, same.
you didn't even wear this for a year.
Yeah, and
And
I
I
mean,
have to go through it because there's sentimental shirts in there that I had to pull out that you threw in there.
next question.
Last question. Then we'll wrap it up.
How do you feel about participation trophies?
Hmm.
Participation
wow.
trophies.
Do they give those out?
I will take this one.
I don't know.
To a certain age, it's okay.
I dislike them.
I don't like them either.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
Just because
it's encouraging.
if it takes the competitive nature out of everything, and I have a lot of parents and children who deal with this on a regular basis because they attend all these competitions and stuff, and you know they're training
Yeah.
to do this for the rest of their lives, and little that they know, there is no 82nd place. You know, there is no. It's either you book the job or you go home.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't like them, especially if you're stepping into the competition world, that world. And what we do is, ironically, you are in competition with other people.
Yeah.
You know, so someone's got to book the job. And I feel like giving a participation trophy only just kind of say, oh, you're acceptable, when you should already know that you're acceptable before you even step into the room.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that's why we coach at CNU. So if you guys ever want to check us out, email Chicken Nugget University, email
You don't even know your email.
nuggetuniversity@gmail.com and sign up today. Go ahead.
You had something to add?
You have something to add?
No, I'm good.
So if you haven't done it already, go ahead and sign up. No,
Even if you're an adult who ain't got kids, you got a niece. You see that little girl running across the street that keeps stepping in your yard? Go tell her to join the university.
Right. I mean that for me that is sort of like principle for
Yeah.
me, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the drive up, and there is no bigger lesson than a no.
It does not prepare you well to get those no's in life, and you'll spiral if you don't know how to handle that as an adult, especially a young adult jumping out into LA for the first time by yourself and getting all these no's, and then 2 weeks later you just move home because you thought you failed. You know, and participation trophies gives you that. So as much as it is that we want to include all these kids and all these things, like our job is to prepare them.
Right.
Y'all do a great job doing that.
Thank you.
And I appreciate y'all coming on the show.
Thanks for
We're gonna wrap this up. Y'all
This
had
is so fun.
y'all had a hard hour. I could talk to y'all for
Literally.
We'll be here all day.
thank y'all both.
For sure, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you showing up.
I love you,
Thank
Ash.
you. Thank you.
Make sure you guys do all the things. Hit the subscribe button, like the joint, share the joint, tell your grandmama, tell your mama. Yeah. Make sure you guys go check out these two individuals and show them all the love in the world. Appreciate you guys being on the show again. And till next time, we will do it next time.
Bang, bang, bang.
How you doing?
What's up?
What's up? We would love for y'all to join the university
If you want them perks.
if you want them perks.
Yes.
Because not everybody gets what you gonna get. You know what you could get? BTS footage of the creations.
You also get merch. You get memorabilia, signed merch from the guests, and raffles, giveaways. Who doesn't love a giveaway?
There will be a special episode just for y'all.
This season only is $5. Your contribution just helps us grow.
You still get the episode a day early.
Early access,
Early-
baby. We're gonna graduate with honors.
Woo! And then we going back to school for our doctorates.
And the masters, and then the MBA, and then the postgraduate, and then the